On a quiet winter road, beneath a sky the color of prayer, something sacred unfolded. Snow was falling softly, each flake like a whisper from heaven. The trees stood bare and silent, as if they too were meditating. The earth was cold, the wind sharp, the air heavy with stillness, and along that narrow roadside walked a monk. Wrapped in simple saffron robes layered against the freezing air, Venerable Bhikkhu Panakara stepped forward slowly, mindfully, one breath at a time. In his hand, a wooden staff, on his shoulder, a humble bag. On his feet, worn sandals meeting snow-covered ground. No stage, no microphone, no spotlight, just footsteps. This was the walk for peace, not a protest, not a performance, not a campaign, a prayer in motion. And then, something beautiful happened. From the side of the road, a little girl stepped forward, small in stature, bundled in a bright pink winter coat, a soft lavender hat covering her head, her cheeks red from the cold, her hands holding a bouquet of colorful flowers, fragile life against the white silence of snow. She didn't run, she didn't shout, she simply stood there, waiting. The monk stopped. In that frozen moment, time itself seemed to bow. The young girl reached out her hands, offering the flowers, and Venerable Bhikkhu Panakara, with gloved hands and a face wrapped against the winter wind, gently received them. No words were exchanged, but everything was said. Compassion does not need language. Peace does not need translation. Love does not need explanation. That small gesture, flowers from a child to a monk walking for peace, became larger than any speech ever given. Because in a world filled with noise, arguments, division, and fear, this was purity, a child offering beauty, a monk receiving with humility. Snow falling like blessings around them. It is easy to talk about peace. It is easy to post about love. It is easy to say we care. But to walk in the cold, to endure discomfort, to carry intention with every step, that is different. Venerable Bhikkhu Panakara did not begin this journey for attention. Those who know the true story understand this walk was born from suffering he witnessed, from communities fractured by anger, from families wounded by misunderstanding, from hearts tired of conflict. He once shared that peace must not remain inside temples. It must walk the streets. It must touch ordinary lives. It must breathe the same air as those who struggle. And so he walked, through cities and countryside, through warmth and through snow, through applause and through silence, not to convert, not to convince, but to remind us that we are capable of gentleness, that compassion is not weakness, that mindfulness is strength. When that young girl stepped forward, she was not part of a plan. She was not scheduled on any program. She did not rehearse a speech. She simply something in her heart. Children recognize sincerity faster than adults. They see beyond titles, beyond robes, beyond social identity. They feel energy, and in that monk's presence she felt safety, she felt kindness, she felt something worth honoring. So she offered flowers. Flowers in winter, life in the middle of cold, hope in the middle of hardship. Do you see the symbolism? The snow represents the world we live in, sometimes cold, sometimes harsh, sometimes numb. The monk represents discipline, spiritual courage, and unwavering intention. The child represents purity, innocence, and the future. And the flowers represent the choice we all have. Even in winter, we can choose to offer beauty. Even in difficulty, we can choose to give. Even in uncertainty, we can choose love. There is another detail many people overlook. Look at the monk's posture. He bends slightly, not out of weakness, but out of respect. True spiritual power kneels to innocence. True wisdom lowers itself to receive. In that simple act of accepting flowers, there is humility. And humility is the foundation of healing. Because healing does not come from dominance. Healing does not come from control. Healing comes from connection. You see, peace is not an abstract concept. It is not a slogan. Peace is a practice. It is waking up and choosing patience when anger would be easier. It is listening when your ego wants to speak. It is walking forward when your body is tired. It is accepting flowers from a child while snow gathers on your shoulders. The walk for peace was not about reaching a destination. It was about embodying the journey. Every step was a meditation. Every breath was a prayer. Every encounter was an opportunity to plant seeds. And that day a seed was planted in the heart of that little girl. Years from now, she may not remember the exact temperature. She may forget the name of the road, but she will remember the feeling, the stillness, the gentleness, the moment a monk stopped for her. That memory will shape her understanding of what strength looks like. Not loud, not aggressive, not forceful, but calm, present, compassionate. And perhaps one day when she faces conflict in her own life, she will remember that snowy afternoon. She will remember that peace walks slowly. She will remember that love can be given freely. She will remember that even in winter, flowers bloom. And maybe she will become a bridge in her own community. Maybe she will offer kindness where others offer criticism. Maybe she will choose understanding over judgment. That is how movements truly grow. Not through headlines, but through hearts. Many people ask, can one person really make a difference? Look at this image. One monk walking. One child offering flowers. No crowd, no stage, no political platform. Yet the impact of that moment ripples outward like a stone dropped into still water. Peace does not need millions to begin. It needs one person willing to walk. Compassion does not require perfection. It requires presence. And mindfulness is not about escaping the world. It is about walking through it, fully awake. There is also something powerful about the cold itself. Cold strips away comfort. Cold tests commitment. Anyone can talk about love in comfortable conditions. But when your hands are numb, when snow gathers on your robe, when your breath becomes visible in freezing air, and you still walk gently, that is authenticity. Venerable Bhikkhu Panakar's journey reminds us that spiritual practice is not seasonal. It is not convenient. It is a vow. A vow to respond to hatred with patience. A vow to respond to suffering with compassion. A vow to respond to division with unity. And sometimes the most powerful sermons are silent. That snowy roadside became a temple. The falling snow became incense. The bouquet became an offering bowl. And the world paused, even if just for a second. We live in a time when people are exhausted. Mentally, emotionally, spiritually. We scroll endlessly. We argue quickly. We judge instantly. But this image invites us to slow down, to breathe, to ask ourselves, when was the last time I walked for something greater than myself? When was the last time I offered flowers instead of opinions? When was the last time I received kindness with humility? Peace is not far away. It is as close as your next step. It is as simple as your next choice. You do not have to be a monk to walk for peace. You do not have to wear robes to practice compassion. You do not have to lead a movement to inspire change. You only need sincerity. Start in your home. Start in your home. Start in your workplace. Start in your own heart. Walk gently. Speak softly. Act intentionally. Offer flowers. And when someone offers you love, receive it fully. Because healing is mutual. That day, under the falling snow, two worlds met, the world of spiritual discipline and the world of innocent faith. And in their meeting, something eternal was revealed. Peace is possible, not because the world is perfect, but because human hearts still remember how to love. May we all find the courage to walk our own path for peace. May we all become both the monk and the child, walking with intention, giving with sincerity, receiving with humility. And even in the coldest winters of life, may we always choose to bloom. Dedication of merit. May I be free from resentment and conflict. May I be free from physical suffering. May I be free from mental suffering. May I be free from danger. And may my body and mind be at peace. May all beings be free from resentment and conflict. May all beings be free from physical suffering. May all beings be free from mental suffering. May all beings be free from danger, and may their bodies and minds be at peace. May the merit of this practice be shared with all beings. May all beings find happiness, harmony, and liberation. May the light of compassion and wisdom shine upon every heart.